Hello and welcome back to this module. So in this module, we will be building an application which is Hello Name application. So let me first show you the application that we will build in this particular module. So this will be the project, the final version of the project that we will build in this particular module. So you can see it's actually showing you the hello world text, which is actually the h1 element. And then you can see we have this particular button. So on hovering of the button, it's actually changing its color. So if I click on this particular button, then you can see it's actually ask you to enter your name inside this particular prompt. So if I enter here my name Vijay and simply click on OK, then you can say now the content of this particular element, which is the span element, is actually changed to hello Vijay. If I enter here a different name like Bob and simply click on OK, then you can say hello Bob. So this will be the project that we will build in this particular module. So in the next part, we will begin with the HTML part of the project. So now from this lecture onwards, we are going to start with the HTML part of the project, which is the hello name application. Okay, so I'm going to remove these hyphens. Okay, so now if I control save it, now you can see the title name is hello name application. And I have launched this particular project inside the Chrome browser. And also I have linked my style.css file, that is this particular one, and also my external JavaScript file, which is the script.js file for this particular project. Now I have already created these files to save the time so that I can focus on the main project code. And also I have launched the final version of the application so that I can get the reference what I need to actually build. Okay, so coming back to the our version of the application, and here inside the index.html, and by the way, this style.css and script.js file, these both files are empty. These are linked with these particular tags. This is the script.js file linking tag, and this is the style.css file linking tag. Means these two files are actually connected with this particular index.html. Okay, so we are going to begin with the placing of the elements. So in order to actually place these two things at the center of the screen, we need to wrap these two things inside a one container. That is going to be our division element. Okay, so that is the first step. So first we need to here create a one div tag. Then I need to here specify the class to this particular div. So I'm going to here specify the class name as container. Inside of this div, I need to place the h1 element with the text hello. So you can see now here inside the project, once I control save it inside the Visual Studio Code, the changes is immediately reflected back to the Visual Studio Code because we are actually using here a live server extension which will basically display the output whenever we save the project. Means it's going to refresh the web page. Okay, so now the hello text is actually visible here. Now the next thing, in order to create this kind of effect, we need to place one more element inside this particular h1 tag. Okay, so coming back to the other version of the application, here I'm going to specify another span tag, and under this span tag I'm going to display the hello world text, means the world text. If I control save it, then you can see now the hello world is actually displaying here, and the content of this particular span tag, we are going to update it by using the JavaScript. Okay, so coming back to the index.html, under the container, which is the division tag, here what I'm going to do, I'm going to here specify the button. So button, and then the text that I want inside my button is actually click on me and this sign of exclamation. Okay, if I control save it, then you can see I have this particular button, that is this one. So whenever I click on this particular button, it's going to actually ask for the prompt, just like in the final version. If I click it, then we want to display this particular prompt in which when we enter the data, the entered name is going to be displayed here inside this particular span element. Okay, so this thing will be achieved by clicking on the button. Also, I need to specify the ID to this particular span element, which is going to be like update content. okay, so that we can actually bind this particular span element inside the JavaScript variable in order to achieve that particular logic. Okay, so that marks the completion of the HTML part for this particular lecture, which is the hello name application. So in the next lecture, we will begin with the CSS.